got to go on Maddie J and Ash's podcast, which is coming out next year, which you were just way too interested in.
What do you mean?
You were like, what was their house like?
I'm interested in his wife.
Because he records at their house.
Yeah.
You said to me, did you use the bathroom while you were there?
Yeah. Because obviously I follow them online and I know what their beach house looks like and I know about the tiles on their fireplace. I know their artwork. Like, I know they are people with exceptional taste. And I wouldn't be going to their house without being like, do you want to go just use the bathroom?
Hey, boys, great podcast. Really appreciate it. I'm going to go and chuck a dump in your toilet because my wife wants me to let her know what the tiles are like.
Maddie and Esther, who would have guessed their underage grandparents?
Hey, welcome to Underage Grandparents. We are Maddie and Esther Acton, and we became grandparents, wait for it, before turning 40.
This is a parenting podcast that proves life doesn't follow a script.
Now, we were in Sydney was it last week?
Last week, yeah.
Yeah, what is it? It's Monday today. It's a Monday.
Yeah.
We're actually recording a whole heap of episodes at once to play it over the Christmas break, so we have to kind of almost pretend like it's a time that it's not.
I thought we weren't going to say that.
No, you can say whatever you want.
Can you?
Yeah.
Okay.
People know that we're not going to be recording them over Christmas. I plan to be drunk most of Christmas.
That's very true.
If it all goes to plan.
That is very true.
But we went to Sydney last week,
Yes.
and we were meant to be on the morning show with Larry and Kylie.
We had other work meetings and stuff going on that week.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. It was also a fabulous opportunity to tell your parents that we were going on a work trip for 3 nights.
Yeah.
But we had a bit of a spanner in the works while we were there.
Yes. So obviously what happened in Bondi was, very shocking. And I think anyone who lives in Australia would know what happened.
Just incredibly sad.
Yeah.
Just so sad what happened. And we're not going to obviously talk about any of the politics of it.
No.
But just wanted to acknowledge how awful it was and thinking of all the families who it's affected. Yeah. Because, even down to the people who live there, who
100%
just walk around and walk their dogs.
I think you and I, we've lived in Sydney before, but being there and knowing how the city feels.
It was a really weird feeling.
It was.
The day after it happened.
Yeah, so we know how vibrant and beautiful Sydney can be and we love Sydney.
Great city.
But I think, it was very, there was definitely a shift in the entire, mood of the whole place. And it was very hard. And I think we'll all be thinking about that for the next.
Forever, I think. So our interview got cancelled, obviously.
Yes.
We thought that the night we saw the news broke, we were like, we're not on tomorrow. Yeah. And we totally respect that. So we'll probably end up going on the new year. We'll head back to Sydney and do a spot in there, which will be lovely. Yes. Nice of Channel 7 to have us. They're a great company because they also are part owners.
Are you pitching for a job?
No, well, we're about to. I think they're about to merge with the radio company I work for. So, big fan of the executive team at Channel 7.
So you just want to keep your job?
God, yes, yeah,
fair.
But it was nice. The nice part of it was that we got to spend some time together.
Yeah, we did.
Which we do. We've been trying to do more date nights.
Yes,
but you and I don't usually get to have like a weekend together or consecutive days. No. And in fact, it's funny when I tell people we never, ever really had that in our relationship.
No.
Because when I met you, you had a 3-year-old.
Yeah, exactly.
So we've never lived together, just you and I.
No.
We don't really spend much time, just
the two of us.
Yeah,
quite often during the week it'll be kind of like someone will say to me, oh, have you asked Matt about that or, something? And I'll be like, we haven't even had a conversation in 2 days. Like, I need a time and space where otherwise it'd just be me peppering you with questions all the time and vice versa. So,
am I annoying to be alone with?
No, not at all. Why?
I'm just wondering.
No. Why? Are you saying that's why we don't do it?
No, I'm just asking you because I think
Do you think I'm annoying to be alone with?
No, not at all. I think we're bad alone.
Oh, we're bad influences on each other, for sure. I actually think thank God we had the responsibility of Ethan when we were younger, because I feel like you and I were party animals when we're together. We've talked about this before. That's why we don't do well on date nights, because we end up just
getting drunk.
Going to the Cass.
Did you go to a nice restaurant? No, we got blind, had a kebab.
Yeah. So I think that's one thing, because we did go straight to a rooftop bar as soon as our taxi pulled up at the hotel.
So we had something on each day. I did podcast interviews with other people.
Yeah.
And I got to go on Maddie J and Ash's podcast, which is coming out next year, Two Doting Dads. Which you were just way too interested in, by the way.
Really?
Yes.
What do you mean?
You were like, what was their house like?
I'm interested in his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, did you meet Laura? I'm like, no, I've met Laura before in a professional sense. Do you remember what you said to me when I left their house? Because he records at their house.
Yes.
By the way, the most nice guys you'll ever meet. And their house was beautiful.
Oh, I knew that it would be an amazing experience.
And you said to me, did you use the bathroom while you were there?
Yeah, because obviously I follow them online and I know what their beach house looks like, and I know about the tiles on their fireplace. I know their artwork. I know they are people with exceptional taste, and I wouldn't be going to their house without being like, do you mind if I just use the bathroom? Just to be like,
hey, boys, great podcast. Really appreciate it. I'm going to go and chuck a dump in your toilet because my wife wants me to let her know what the tiles are like.
You can do a number one. And you know what? I wouldn't even number one in there. I'd just stand in there and be like, wow.
That's even weirder.
Is it?
You'd have to... But then you'd have to flush and fake wash your hands.
Yeah. But who goes to someone's house for 2.5 hours or 3 hours and doesn't use the loo? That's weirder.
But I didn't need to.
Yeah, probably because you were so dehydrated, because you and
I got drunk the night before.
Every day. Yeah. Every day.
Yeah, we found ourselves drinking because we could. We had no responsibility. And do you remember
I came back from one of my meetings and you were sitting in the hotel room doing work in your underpants and you drunk 3 beers.
I had a T-shirt on, thank you. I wore jeans. That was after I came back from Maddie J's house because I'd worn jeans and it was so hot.
Yeah.
And you know when
you forget Sydney's...
Don't you reckon you can regulate your temperature by freeing your legs and the bottom half of you?
Yeah, I think that's probably accurate.
Like when I sleep, I have the fan. We've got a pedestal fan in our room because we're not, like, our ceiling's not that high. It's not high enough to have a normal fan. And I like to put the fan on my legs and over my crutch. It sort of oscillates and that keeps my body cool. If I have it anywhere else, I'm too hot.
Too cold.
Too hot. Like the bottom half of my body.
Oh, is where
the temperature of my bottom is what
see.
keeps the rest of me cool.
Okay.
So that's why I had my pants off because I was really hot from being in jeans.
Yeah.
But do you remember the night we were in the hotel?
Yes, and we were going to bed early. Like even though we're party animals, I'm saying we drink early and we go to bed early.
Yeah, we're responsible. We went to bed at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, after 17 cocktails.
Yeah.
But we were in bed and you fall asleep within 10 seconds.
Yeah.
That is who you are.
Yeah.
Like as soon as you are
awake early,
horizontal, you're in a deep sleep, usually snoring. I try and beat you to sleep so that I don't have to.
I'm glad you said to sleep then.
But yeah, I actually poked you because...
Was I snoring?
No, because I could hear what was happening in the next room.
Yeah.
And it was loud.
Explain
and it was frequent. Well, I'm not going to do the noises, doll. But it was a woman in the throes of pleasure and she was loudly moaning and yelping and like in a way that you could tell she wasn't being hurt.
No.
She was enjoying herself immensely.
She was still being stabbed, but not with...
You don't know that.
It was with a flesh sword.
You don't know that. She could have been being tickled by a feather. Anyway, we couldn't hear anyone else. We could just hear the woman. So I didn't hear a male or female, not like two voices.
Do you think...
Oh, Peanut.
What did the dog do?
She tried to jump up and there was no space behind me.
Do you think she was faking it?
I didn't initially. Like as soon as I heard the noise, I was like, oh my goodness.
Good for her.
I was like, at least it'll be over soon because they're the noises you make when you're finishing.
Yeah.
Although I wouldn't know because we have had children in our house and we're very quiet. But yeah, like.
So we think we are anyway.
But yeah, so I was like, okay, this is only going to be like a 5-minute thing. I can tolerate that. That's fine.
Yep.
After half an hour, I was like, she's bullshitting here. Like, she's been bullshitting for half an hour and she doesn't even sound tired of it. Like, she sounds
But if you were lying about that,
yeah,
wouldn't you then, because obviously it's not that great, wouldn't you then pretend that you got to the highest point and so you could wrap it up?
We're really going to go here. I think you fake it so that the person thinks that you're close and then they go.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Right, so he hadn't done his thing, so
No.
she was like, I have to keep performing this way
Yes.
in order to get
Yes.
him to wrap it up.
Yes.
Right. See, I automatically thought we're in a hotel, he's obviously paying her, and that's why she's putting on the show.
Yeah, well, that does make a lot of sense. But I think we both concluded after it went on for longer than an hour
Yeah.
that
'Cause
it
I
was
felt-
potentially one person alone in the room watching something.
Yes.
Yes.
So
loudly.
I fell asleep again,
Yes.
and then I think I woke up maybe an hour later, and she was still going,
Yeah.
and that's when I realised,
Yeah.
oh, he's watching something.
Yeah.
So then when I went out the next morning to get us coffee, he also had some Uber Eats out the front of his,
Yeah.
or she, I don't know.
And you're an investigative journalist. You wanted to know. You wanted to see him, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah,
I really
or
wanted.
her,
I
but
really wanted to
More
see
than likely him.
this person. I wanted to see what they looked like. I wanted to get like a vibe off them to be like, if you're gonna be in there for 2.5 hours with that playing,
And you're watching, and loudly.
loudly.
Like, put some earbuds in.
So he'd
for the
ordered-
love of God.
He'd ordered some, must have been Vietnamese. There was like dumplings that he'd ordered. Then there was like,
So you really did have a good look.
yeah, I looked at the order. There was like some bao rolls. Like there was a whole heap of things. There was enough food for 2 people, but little enough that it could have been one drunk person. So my theory is,
Oh, you think they fell asleep
he
with it
fell
playing?
asleep with it on. Yes,
Oh.
because it went for
And it
2.
was just playing on loop.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. See, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
But they were also gone when I went out to get coffee at like 8:30 the next morning.
They were gone.
They were already gone, and the cleaners were in the room cleaning.
Yeah.
Because that was my other theory, was that maybe it was someone that he had paid for and that he'd only had it for the night. They ate, did their thing, and then he left maybe.
Don't know.
Because would you be gone that early in the morning? Unless you had somewhere to be.
Well, it's either like us being jealous or us
I wasn't
Just
jealous. I was annoyed.
having to know stuff that like we both had to like compartmentalize in our brain why someone is moaning and squealing for that amount of time.
But you just want to
within a night.
put the story together in your
But
mind, don't you?
we also, when we left later on, we walked past and saw that the bed was on the other side of the room as well. So
Yeah.
if there was 2 people in a bed, we're assuming, they were a long way from us and it was very loud.
Well, either way, we'll let you decide for yourself what
Yeah.
you think happened.
But I know I can sleep through that now, so.
Well, what do you want me to do with that information? Good to know. I'll crank up the TV. Hey, last week we launched your fear files.
Yes.
Where you told everyone that your biggest fear was sitting on the toilet and there's a snake in there that you don't see and it
Yes.
jumps up and bites you.
Yes.
Want to let you know, Facebook and Instagram is absolutely with you on this one.
I know. This is something that it's so unhinged, but it's like pretty common.
Some people have said spiders are the other one
Spiders.
that they're worried about.
Yeah. Which I'm really thankful they wrote that because I didn't have that fear before, but now
Do you
always
have
welcome to.
another fear file for the week?
I do. This one's kind of Christmas related because it's something that gives me a lot of anxiety around present buying. So it's not like coming up with buying people presents and, you know, that whole thing of, oh, what if someone buys you a present? You don't buy them a present. That is scary, right? But mine is that we will have gifts that aren't on par for each other. I know who's buying for me and I know who I'm buying for pretty much. The list is pretty long.
Right, so the fear files can go from anything physical to psychological.
Yeah, of course.
Right, okay, this is making sense now.
It's because there's someone that I buy for that we can't get in sync. So what happened initially was I would buy this person something little and they wouldn't buy me anything. And that was fine because it was just I would see something and it was more of like a thank you for the year gift type situation.
Yeah.
And then it got to a point, I don't know when it switched, I was like, I'm going to send them something and I'm going to send their wife something. So the present got a little bit bigger and it maybe a little bit more personalised. I spent a bit more money on it.
Yep.
And they bought me something small that year. And it was like, oh, that's nice.
Right, so we're talking about someone from your work, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the next year, I was like, I hadn't seen anything that I liked to buy them, and I felt like it was maybe getting a bit repetitive, the things that I bought. So I didn't buy them anything.
Oh, and then they slammed you with an epic gift?
They slammed me with like a $500 hamper.
You ungrateful bitch!
And it was the first year.
Is that what you thought in your mind? You're like, they are going to be filthy.
Well, no, it's because I was like, this is also like too close then to Christmas for me to scramble and do anything.
Yes.
And so then I was like, oh, I've completely stuffed this up.
And how do you get something that doesn't look reactive to what they've done?
100%.
So it looks like you're like, I always planned this, not you got me a $500 gift, so now I've got you a $600 gift?
Now I have this like anxiety deep in the pit of my stomach every time I have to buy someone a present.
Yeah.
That it's going to be that there'll be that not on par thing. I almost want to know what they've bought me just so I can know how much what are we doing here? Because this happened to my mum once. Do you remember this? They had a friends that were a couple and she one year just bought them like a tin of nice biscuits.
Yeah, the old shortbread.
Yeah. And because they were having them over for dinner or whatever, but it wasn't really...
They're delicious biscuits, by the way. We need to roll them out more often than Christmas.
Yeah, but
shortbread
they bought
biscuits.
her like Swarovski crystal glasses that would have been worth like about $500 or maybe more. You know what I mean? So then you're sitting there through the whole dinner going, they value our friendship at Swarovski and I value them at
tinned biscuits.
You know what? You see where I'm going with this? It is
and
terrifying.
then you've got to sit there. You've got to sit there the whole day and hang out with them, like
exactly. And it's too late at that point to be like, oh, I also got you this voucher. Oh, damn it, I can't find it. Did you see the $500 voucher inside the tin of biscuits? Oh my goodness, I forgot to put it in.
You're not going to believe it. You know my car keys that are hanging on the hook there? It's actually your car. I'm going to give you my car.
Exactly.
But then what? But then that'll switch the next year because then you'll just go.
It makes it worse.
I bought you a holiday to the Bahamas.
I bought you a lollipop. You friggin' asshole for last year.
Yeah.
And this is the problem that I have every single time that I buy presents now. And you know when you're like friends with someone and they're like, I got you something little, and you're like, what? Don't.
Or are they just saying that? They don't really mean it.
No, because then you open it and you're like, okay, they spent $150 here. And now I have to actually find something that's like heartfelt and meaningful, you know.
I can tell you something, and this is going to be really annoying for you, but it's the truth.
What?
Only women have that problem.
I have no doubt in my mind that you have never felt this way, darling. You had one person that you had to come up with the present for this year. Just one person. One.
And I bought it an hour before I saw
An hour before, and it was a voucher.
No, it wasn't.
Oh.
It was a 2-part present.
Okay. I didn't see.
It had a voucher. It was my mum. I bought her a massage voucher.
Yeah.
And I also brought her a Broncos
you did get her the
Premiers 2025
I wasn't sure if
shirt.
you could get that because you'd been looking at it online and then you weren't sure.
I went and got it from Rebel Sport.
Okay. What a lovely son. So thoughtful.
No, what I'm saying is between men we don't have that because we tick off Christmas by having a beer together or a text message.
Yeah. Well, you're not buying a thoughtful trinket for your mates, are you?
No. Bro, you've been such a great friend this year. I got you some Swarovski crystal glasses.
Oh, I've never wanted to be a man before, but I want to be a man right now because present buying is like the most stressful thing for me. Like I am terrible at it. I'm actually very bad at it, and I know that I'm bad at it because
You're not. You just overthink it.
I don't overthink it. I probably just am not the type of person who I don't like getting gifts, so I don't like giving them. It's like I'm not a non-generous person. Like I would be happy to give someone $500 not to buy me a present. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know that's what I'm like. Every birthday, every Christmas, you're like, what do you want? And I'm like, don't buy me anything.
Speaking of presents, how is our 11-year-old's form?
I can't.
Yesterday, we're having lunch with him because our daughter was at a play day. So we're having lunch with him, and he has been arguing with us that he wants us to buy him a tinny. He wants a boat for his birthday next year. He's Googled, and I know that we had conflicting information. And if anyone knows, can you please let us know on our Facebook page or our Instagram, Underage Grandparents, that you can drive unlicensed a boat under 5 horsepower?
6.
6 horsepower. Yeah, so under 6 horsepower or 6 under? 6
Yeah.
and under. I was talking to a mate today who has a boat license, and he said that is in fact correct.
Yeah, but my whole issue with it isn't that it's legal for him to drive a tinny. My whole issue with it is he is living the life of privilege that we never had as children.
Oh, honey,
Getting a Crayola set for our birthdays. Like, I am grossed out by the fact that he thinks for his 12th birthday we will spend $3,000 on a tinny. That will then mean that he will harass you to death because he doesn't realize he can't drive the car that tows the tinny,
Correct.
that reverses the tinny into the water and then packs everything into the tinny.
So he's mad on fishing, right? He loves fishing. We live in Brisbane. Him and his mates go to the Brisbane River and they fish off the jetty. I'm not buying him a boat.
No.
But he is like, he's just so obsessive with these things.
And then he completely like shuts down into cranky mode and looks like he's going to cry for the whole lunch because we've told him that we're not spending the money on that for his 12th birthday, which is still months away, by the way.
Yeah.
Like the kid has passions and things that just, they overrun his mind. And I know we're thankful that he's like a get out and do stuff kid.
Yeah.
Like he's not on his video games. He's not in his room. He's got passions and he pursues them wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
But it's also really annoying.
Well, only because he's got a one-track mind on it.
Yes.
So he goes on Facebook Marketplace and constantly texts me tinnies for sale.
Yes.
But we're also in this really hard sort of spot with him because he's 11. He goes to high school next year. He's getting some more freedom. So we let him ride off on his bike, and he's got a little rod holder on his bike so he can go with his mates. Now, we track his phone so we know where he is at all times. We make sure that he's got charge on it, all that kind of thing. We know the boys that he's hanging out with, etc. We know all the parents, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But it's really hard, I think, at his age because our expectations on him next year are that he's going to be a lot more mature, do more schoolwork, he's going to have more homework, all that kind of stuff. He might be catching the train to school. We haven't worked that out yet. But it's hard to know how much freedom you give kids at what age.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I had as much freedom at his age.
Absolutely not.
That he has.
Ethan got his first phone when he was 12. So Xander's had one for probably 2 years already.
No.
At least 12 months?
12 months, I'd say.
Yeah.
Not 12 months.
Xander being the middle child, he with a much older sibling, he has grown up fast.
Yeah.
In the fact that he didn't really get into a lot of the baby stuff, or he graduated out of that pretty quickly and into like Spider-Man and all of that. And he just, I don't know, he skipped ahead.
Even the Spider-Man stuff and superheroes, he jumped out of that real quick.
100%.
Got
That's what I'm
into
saying.
like basketball and stuff like that because that's what Ethan was into.
Yeah, so he's definitely got like a street smart maturity different to his peers, maybe you could say.
Yeah.
But
which is also the thing you have to be worried
100%.
about. 100%. I was a middle child, or I am a middle child.
As am I.
So this is the problem.
And our street smarts.
Whoa. I had an A+ in street smarts and a D- in
11,
education.
though, I think I was still innocent.
Yes. Yeah.
11, definitely.
Of course. Yeah.
I wasn't there yet. But the problem is...
Do you know what, though? You know what's frightening? I smoked pot for the first time when I was 13.
I don't like that.
I don't like it either. I don't like it either. I mean, it was different. I was in a small town and there was not really much doing.
Yeah.
But that's really scary. Like, I think
100%.
about that. Like,
100%.
you know, I mean, I was a different child and I am adult, but...
I think I compare it to Ethan, and I guess you can't ever compare kids and their maturity and all of that sort of stuff. But I remember how...
By the way, I don't smoke it anymore. When I say the first time, I was introduced
the only time?
to her. No, I was introduced to her for the first time. I just think the way that came across where we sound like, the first time I ever did it, I'm still going.
Yeah, Ethan didn't start catching the tram until he was in year 10. And even then, it was a lot shorter distance than what Xander will be going. And I was always extremely nervous about that. He had a phone and all of that. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know when it's appropriate. I feel like we've been pushed into giving him a lot more freedom by him. And I think the conversation we had yesterday where he was pretty much demanding that we buy him a tinny or he was just going to be miserable for the rest of his life made me realise that maybe we just need to be a little bit more. He doesn't hear no enough.
Yeah.
Because he's confident and he's articulate about what he wants to do and he always has a plan but he's 11.
I felt like that yesterday too. Because I had the conversation with him and said, mate, not every time you hang out with your mates do you have to go somewhere and do something. Mm-hmm. Like, what happened to going to your friend's house? Like, there's plenty at our house for them to do. They can kick the footy in the backyard. We've got a basketball hoop. You know, they've got the Xbox, but none of them plays many games anymore. But You're right. You know, I will admit this too, I'm terrible at saying no to both of our children. And my
You're
mum...
the worst, actually.
At saying no?
Yes.
Yeah, I think
they
I am.
They definitely... Like, I'm happy to say no and for them to hate me for a bit, but you have this real guilt about them not liking you. You do. You do.
You reckon?
Yeah. Yeah. And I think, I don't know. I mean, I just read a book and it was talking about how sometimes fathers do try, like, a bit harder with their connection with the children because mums just have this inherent, I know that they...
Oh, mums are loved.
Unconditionally love me.
Yeah, kids love their... I don't know how to say it without sounding bad. They love their mums more than their dads.
No, they don't. See, and I think that's where the problem lies.
They love them easier, I think. I think they have more of a... The feeling for a mother is definitely more natural to a child than it is to a father, than for them to love their father. They just love them in different ways.
It's a personality thing too. But I actually think that you feel that way because of, like, you know, I mean, I'm not a therapist, but I think maybe because of childhood stuff. That's why you feel like that. Because I think some dads are way more closely bonded to their kids than what the mother is in the situation. Like, it's not always the mum, but in situations like ours where my kids do deeply love me and I deeply love them and we have a close connection. Our kids. What did I say?
My kids. See? Well, no, I know what you mean. I think I was a guest on a podcast actually with Cooper Chapman, which is out at the moment, and we were talking about my dad. For those who don't know, my dad passed away when I was 21. He died of cancer, and I think I do overcompensate for that because, you know, I didn't spend a lot of time with my dad. My dad was always working when I was a kid, and that's just the way it sort of was. My mum was working a lot too. They both were. They worked their asses off. But my dad and I didn't have, like, many hobbies together, like, or things that we would do that were, like, our thing.
Yeah.
And then obviously I didn't get a chance as I became an adult to get any of those things either. So I think for me, I'm always like, I want my kids to be able to look back and be like, that's the thing that I did with Dad, or Dad took me here, or Dad took me there. So maybe you are right. Maybe it's part of that.
You definitely are more willing to let them do things and have things. Like they can talk to you and sort of win you over, and then you win me over. Whereas I'm just like, no.
You're not as tough as you think you are. Listen to you talking a big game.
No, but
I'm just like, no.
No, but it's...
No, I will not go to Kmart now, Eden. I will take you in an hour.
You know what I mean.
I do know what you mean, yeah. All you're trying to do is just try and not make them little shits, really, aren't you?
Yeah.
And they're not. They're good kids.
And give them a good life.
Xander's a good kid. He just is so, like, one-track mind about things, you know? But anyway, hey, we're going to wrap it up there for this week. We've got a few more episodes still coming out over the holidays. Whether you're listening to us for the first time, guys, we'd love you to maybe go back and check out some of the earlier episodes. Right back at the start, episode 1, I think, is where we talk about our story and how we met and how we became grandparents, essentially. But also, too, make sure you share this with any friends over the holidays who might want to have a listen to a new podcast. We really appreciate it. All right. Well, I think this will be up before Christmas. So if you're listening before Christmas, Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year.
Merry
Chrysler. Hopefully you've seen that meme and you're just like, what the hell are they going on about? All right. Have a great one. See you.
Bye.
Bye.